welcome to Cat's Java tutorial using BlueJ. Today I'm going to show you, as I've said before, that how to add different types of variables. On the first tutorial I'll show you how to use a string, and then in the second tutorial I'll show you how to use an int. Now I'm going to show you how to use a double. So let's say for in case you have a financial problem, or you need to do a financial calculator or something of that kind to calculate your cash. Let's say you're selling sweets or something of that kind that has to do with money. We all know that money has something point something cents or something of that kind. So first thing is first, create a class there. Let's call it price or calculation. Wait a minute. Yeah, calculation. There you go. There's our class calculation. Open up, clear all the stuff because we're going to code everything from scratch, like I said. Then let's import our java.util scanner. Then a little bit favorite java dot import space java x dot swing dot j option pane. There you go. Then let's have our main method, which is public static void main. Then we have a string there, and your GS. There you go. Okay, after this, you all know that I have to import a scanner. Otherwise, you have to go to the first tutorials and see how I do it. System.in. There you go. Then you close that and compile. Compiler will tell you no syntax error. Sorry, my language. Then, first things first, since when we're talking about doubles and creating prices or calculating money, we are going to introduce our variables as doubles. So the first one is variable price. Then let's say the second one is double. Let's say it's total. Like you always have to have a total somewhere. And then let's say this one is double. And then we say fee. Let's say you pay a certain amount to get into, or you pay a certain amount for you to be a member, or you pay a certain fee for the whole year so that you don't have to add price in it. Okay, fine. There you go. Let's say, okay, fine, man. We have a total which is equals to 0. So if we receive a price, so you're going to say what? How are you going to calculate this stuff? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just going to say system dot out dot print line. I'm so in love with that. Okay, print line. So please enter this. Let's just say fee. Let's just say fee paid if you're using fee. And then obviously we're going to have a fee which is resulted to input, meaning the fee that you paid or the fee that you entered here to the system is going to be stored in this variable called fee. So we're going to say fee dot next int, because wait a minute, no, we're not going to say next int, we're going to say next double this time, because this is a double string type data model. If it was an int, we're going to say next int. So in this case it's a double, so we're just going to say next. There you go. Let's say double. There you go. And do remember that this is a method at end has to have 2 brackets, otherwise it's not a method and it's going to give you syntax errors. So let's say, okay, again, system.out.print, say print line, say, hey user, please enter the amount you paid, you paid for that product. There you go. You see, now I'm going to have this semicolon and make it nice. There you go. Then obviously we're going to store our price into the next, since well it's double, so we're going to say next double. There you go. And it's a method, so you have to have those 2 brackets at the end, otherwise it does not count. Oh, I forgot something that is important. Input.next double. Without this thing, it will tell you that it does not recognize this class which called next double. So which means we don't have the class, we don't have a method of next double from the class called input. You get what I'm saying? So this is a scanner class. We named it input, so we get all these methods from a scanner class. So without input, we won't have any method from the scanner class. So let's continue. System.out print line, and say, let's say to this user, please. Okay, well, let's say let's just put it in a format because we have a fee and we also have a price in it. So let's put it in a format. Let's say modulus minus 10 spaces, and since, well, it's a double, you're not going to use s because it's not a string, you're not going to use a d because it's not an integer, but in this case you're saying 0.2f. This means around 2 decimal places, and this means it's a float, meaning it's in a continuous decimal place. So you, instead of making it continuous, you say you should end at the 2 decimal places. So let's continue. Modulus minus 10, saying again minus 2, another decimal places. There you go. And then let's do it for the third time. Modulus minus 10 spaces. Then let me just say 0.2f. Wait a minute. There you go. And then we say we must have a fee. We must have a price that you entered, and we must also have a total. You see, there you go. So instead of making it just that simple, we just made it even more simple for the user to read, because they'd be like, hey man, I don't know what I entered, whether this is for fee, whether this is for fee, price, or what, because it's just going to print the amount that you entered in here. So let's just make it even more formatable by showing the user that this is the amount they entered. So minus 10 spaces. Oh, forgot an important thing. Modulus, and then modulus 10 is minus 10 spaces s, then modulus minus 10 spaces s. Seeing that I made everything a string, so I'm just going to say this first one is fee, and then the second one is price, and then the third one is a total. There you go. So let's put it under 2 commas. There you go. And then let's see what this guy complains. Oh, he complains. He says total was never initialized, which means we did not calculate the total. It does not know what total is. So first thing is first, let's just do this. Well, let me just say this to you. There are many ways of handling this error. You can initialize total as 0, like this here, saying total is equals to 0. Because in this case, if it says total is not initialized, it was going to print a null, which is not acceptable because this type is a double and doesn't have a null. It has a 0 in it. So fine, let's call total 0.00. There you go. And then let's start saying total will be equals to the price that you entered plus the fee that you paid, which means you paid a specific fee the whole year to enter this club, and then you have to pay a certain price to buy things or products inside the club. Hence I asked here, say, please enter the amount you paid for a product, because in a club you can have different types of product, but you only have one fee for the year. So this would be our calculation, perhaps. Well, let me just compile this guy. Oh, there you go. He says no syntax error. Let's run this person. Oh well, he's good. He said please enter the fee. Let me say you pay 50 rands or $50 to enter this club. There you go. Next it says okay, please enter the amount. Wait a minute. Oh, there's the terminal. It says please enter the amount that you paid. Let me say I buy a beer or vodka or something of that kind. So it cost me, I don't know how much, $100. There you go. I pay $100 for the stuff. So it tells me okay, fee, price, and total. Then it writes them on all in the same line. So we have to fix that error as programmers and say make it nice. So we clear this text and we open our code. There are many ways to fix this error. For instance, you can just say plus. No, you can use this and say after this last statement, after the last variable, which will be the total, after that last statement, just write everything to the next line by having a backslash n. You can use that. Compile. You're still happy. So let's test it again. Oh, there you go. He says enter. I said $50 just like before. There you go. It says pre. I said $100. There it goes. Now it formatted even more nicely. You get it says fee, which is what I entered, it says $50, and then it says price, which is what I entered, it says $100, then it's total, and then it's $100. So you see this program, it has